Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about Laylatul Qadr or the Night of Power. The Night of Power is believed to be the night when Quran was first revealed. And Muslims observe this night by praying all night until morning. They do all kind of prayers there. So when they go to mosque, they don't come out until morning time. But even though the night is only one night, Muslims observe this night by doing it for the last 10 days of Ramadan. Why? I will show you why. But before we go there, I want to show you the reward from Allah. This is why I always say Muslims do things not out of love, but for the reward. Let me take you to Surah Al-Qadr, Quran chapter 97, verse 1 to 5. Let us read. Indeed, we send it down during the night of decree. And what can make you know what is the night of decree? The night of decree is better than 1,000 months. The angels and the Spirit descend therein by permission of their Lord for every matter. Peace it is until the emergence of dawn. So, the night of power is better than 1,000 months or 83.3 years. So, when you pray that one night, the reward is equivalent to 83.3 years of prayer. Imagine that. I asked a Muslim one time because this Muslim woman, she was telling me about how unique it is. This is a unique concept by Allah. And then, of course, I said, no. There's a supermarket called Metro in Canada. I mean, they do this kind of things too. Because the supermarket giving you air miles points, more, like triple the points during certain dates. So she said, no, it this by Allah, Daniel, this not by human. You know that one is by human. Well, okay. And I asked her, so if I pray that one night and I die when I'm 60 years old, so it means I still have 23 years of credit. And then again, she said, no, it's not like that. So it is a little actually confusing. In Islam, their belief is very questionable. Everything they believe is questionable. The only things, the only, the only reason they do it, even though they don't understand either, is because of the reward. They don't want to miss the reward. That's why they do it. And this another reason why they do it. Al-Bukhari, hadith number 2014, narrated Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, whoever fasted the month of Ramadan out of sincere faith and hoping for a reward from Allah, then all his past sins will be forgiven. And whoever stood for prayers in the night of Qadr out of sincere faith and hoping for a reward from Allah, then all his previous sins will be forgiven. You see, because of your sins will be forgiven. And the prayer is like 1,000 months of prayers. Imagine. First of all, this hadith is, of course, if you're a Christian, you cannot, you will not put sincere faith and hoping for reward in the same sentence because hoping for reward is not sincerity. But again, this Islam we're talking about. So don't worry about that. So this is why your sins will be forgiven and the prayers is worth 1,000 months. They don't do it out of love, they do it for the reward. Now, why they do itikaf the last 10 days of Ramadan, even though the night of power is only one night? This is why. First, I will take you to the hadith. Hadith number 2015, Al Bukhari. Narrated Ibn Umar. Some men amongst the companions of Prophet were shown in their dreams that the night of Qadr was in the last 7 nights of Ramadan. Allah's messenger said, "It seems that all your dreams agree that the night of Qadr is in the last 7 nights, and whoever wants to search for it should search in the last 7 nights of Ramadan." You see, the question, the hadith, the whole hadith is very questionable. The Prophet did not get the dream. The companions got the dream in this hadith. And Allah showing them, supposed to be showing them the night of Qadr. But Allah still did not show it which night is the night of Qadr. Instead, what is shown is the last 7 nights of Ramadan. Oh yeah, the night of Qadr is the last 7 days of Ramadan. So almost every sentence in this, well, every sentence in this hadith is questionable. Like I said, first, it was the companions who got the dreams, not the Prophet. Secondly, the dream also very blurry. They still did not know when it is. They only understood from the dream it's the last 7 days. Why didn't Allah show them which night it is? And then, thirdly, the third problem here is, look what Muhammad said. It seems that all your dreams agree it is in the last 7 nights. So, the Prophet Muhammad at the end agree with the Sahaba's dreams. So it is not him who got the dream. They did not follow his dream, but he followed their dreams. This is very, very funny. This hadith is very funny. And now, let me take you to the next one. Also, Al-Bukhari, hadith number 2018. I will start the reading from here. He addressed the people, he, Muhammad, addressed the people and ordered them whatever Allah wished him to order and said, "I used to practice itikaf for these 10 days. But now I intend to stay in itikaf for the last 10 days of the month. So whoever was in the itikaf with me should stay at his place of seclusion. I have verily been shown the date of this night of Qadr, but I have forgotten it. So search for it in the odd nights of the last 10 days of this month." And then this hadith is actually contradict the previous hadith we just read. Because here, in this hadith, let us continue. "I also saw myself in the dream prostrating in the mud and water. On the night of 21st, the sky was covered with clouds and it rained, and the rainwater started leaking through the roof of the mosque at the praying place of the Prophet." Now, here, the writer of this hadith now saying, "I saw with my own eyes the Prophet at the completion of the morning prayer, living with his face covered with mud and water." So in this hadith, it is the Prophet who dreamed about it. but still did not know which one is the night of Qadr. And I don't know how can he forget it. If the night of Qadr is very important, how can he forget it? If imagine yourself, if one night an angel came down to you and then give you a verse or what saying something to you, will you forget which the date? No, I don't think so. You will remember. Yeah, it was February the 12th. Oh yeah, it's the fourth week of March. Minimum. You will be able to point. I mean, maybe you don't remember like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., like 3 a.m., you know. Maybe you don't remember that, but the date you will remember because it is like something huge, something big happening in your life. How can he forget? The first time Jibril came to him in the cave of Hira, how could he forget? I don't understand this. This is all nonsense. The fact he forgot the night, it shows it is nonsense. And then look at the hadith. One hadith saying it is him who got the dream from Allah, and then the different hadith, it was the Sahaba who dreamed about it. And even all these dreams, after all these dreams, nobody knows when it is. Very strange. Well, it is Islam, right? That's why it's very strange. When we talk about Islam, everything is very strange. Now, from from this hadith and Quran, we can see the night of power is actually is a lie. It is a lie. Definitely a lie. Even though I understand it is in Quran as well, but the Quran doesn't tell people to pray the last 10 days of Ramadan. The Quran doesn't tell. It is people who make it up as if the night is that important. Well, if it's important, then Muhammad wouldn't forget the night, right? I hope you get my point here. Anyway, that's all from me for tonight. Thank you for listening and watching. Whether you're Muslim or Christian, God bless you all. Have a nice life.